Shalom. All praises to the Most High, Hanoka said. Praise be to the earthly mother. Praise be to the Kahe, the Holy Spirit, in the name of his only begotten Son, Motsah the Lamb. Unification to the nation. So guys, we have a bit of a revelation from our friendly neighborhood Edomites. And the reason why I'm saying that, or giving him that title, is because he admits it himself. Of course, he deleted his comment after about 10 seconds, but because the Most High had me, happen to look at the screen as soon as he commented, I was able to screenshot it before he deleted it. Because this is what Edom does. They like to seem like they're smart and they're very prideful, they're very sneaky. It doesn't surprise me that this person who has come on my channel is saying what he's saying. But I thought I'd use this as a backdrop because I found some of what he said to be very interesting. I truly do believe that people are waking up in these last days to who they are, no matter who it is, and that's a great thing. So we're going to go through his comments and we're going to dissect what he's saying. So this was actually on the video that I did on the creation of white people. And he comments and says, or asks, why would you pretend to have any common ancestry with scumbags of the Old Testament? Now, according to him, they're scumbags, right? Which is fine. I don't really care what a heathen thinks about my forefathers and my foremothers. So, but I'm just interested because usually when you ask people, why do you care? I'm interested into knowing what their answer is. Because usually people will not and cannot answer this question. When people ask you stupid questions, ask them why they care, they won't answer it. They'll jump around it. They'll jump hoops through it. They won't answer it. And of course, he didn't. He wrote this whole thing, never answered it. No, really, these people, whether real or not, have the worst character traits. Whether real or not, why are you here? If you don't believe they're real, why are you here? Abraham pimping out his wife, who was also his half-sister to Pharaoh. What? He did not pimp out his wife. But you don't understand scriptures. See, the Edomite, the cave dweller, this is the behavior that they engage in. So he will read that story and automatically think, oh, he must be pimping out his sister. Why? Because subconsciously, that's what you would do. David sending his best warrior, Uriah, to the front lines to die so that he could bang Uriah's wife. Yes, he did. But that was one of two of the only mistakes that King David made. Was it a horrendous thing to do? Yes. But these people are not perfect. Listen, man, I don't know who you are, but just by how you're talking, I'm pretty damn sure that you've done things that are on an equal level as to what these things are to you, whether you believe it or not. I don't know what you've done, but sin is sin, and you haven't even repented of that sin. You're still in your pride. I see people are either getting humbled right now or they're getting prideful. And as much as I really do not like so-called white people, as much as I really don't like Edomites, I still feel bad for you because even when I made this video, I felt like I was kicking a child while they were down. Because you people are really pathetic. You people were literally made to be the bad guys. And it's rather sad because what are you going to do about it? You were made a certain way. So I try to leave people alone, but when you come on my channel trying to talk over me, and you're going to see what he said, the real spirit of Esau, his forefather, came out. Because Edom, they really look down on Israel. They really do not respect Israel. So you're going to see who he's disrespecting and who he's holding in high regard. It's pretty funny. He doesn't realize he's doing it. Lot banged his daughters. Did you not read the story? This is what I mean. This is how he perceives these stories. This is how he perceives them. Because if his daughters got him drunk, then he would have banged his daughters. That's what he's really saying. People work through the psychological concept of projection in this Babylonian society. They project everything on everyone else. So all manner of wickedness, they project it on other people because that's what they would do. Like someone would ask me, oh, what would you do if LeBron James showed up? I'm like, I'm walking right past him. What do you mean? He's like, oh, nah, you know you'd be hype. You'd want his autograph. I'm like, no, that's what you would do. That's projection. These kinds of low lives are on every page of Tanakh, one right after the other. These are the people you fantasize about being like. Have some self-respect. What? See, when people don't have any sort of prestige and connection with their ancestors and their forefathers, this is how they're going to view ancestry. We've always been a people who cared about our ancestors, our genealogy. We've always been that sort of people. But you don't understand the concept because you're an Edomite. Or maybe you're not an Edomite. Maybe I should be fair. Maybe you're actually one of the created beings who were created by these people to be destroyed. And you don't have a soul. You're just a humanoid being. It's one of the two. Either way, it's either you're going to get destroyed or you're going into slavery and you're going to get destroyed. But your pride surely has lifted you up and deceived you. O thou who dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. Let's read the rest of this. Because I asked again, why do you care? Because you didn't answer my question. Never answered it. Are you against oppression and racism or not? Now this guy is some sort of warrior against injustice. All of a sudden now he wants to know if I'm against racism. No, I'm not against racism. I'm all for racism. And your red ass is going to be toiling in the hot sun if you even are Adamic. So don't worry. Don't worry about what I'm for or against. You're going to learn very soon. Your time is up. I'm not against racism. I never said I was. That's fine. It's called rulership. It's just not going to be the same way how you've done it. It's not going to be based on some sort of carnal scheme where you have people divided in groups of race, phenotypes, and things of that sort, all sorts of madness and foolishness. No. But we're going to see you, and you're going to be a slave. The worst type. So just get ready for that. I hope that you've been exercising. Because characters in the Old Testament are the epitome of oppression and racism. You don't even read the New Testament. The New Testament is a complete quotation of the Old Testament. But again, you're a Gentile, you're a heathen, you're an Edomite, or you don't have a soul. Either way, this is not your book. It's not meant for you. It was not meant for you. In fact, I shouldn't say that because it does say that the Bible was written for the worthy and the unworthy. So you're just the unworthy. And it will be written as a witness to you. I'm not even going to get into the rest of the hidden books because you don't deserve that knowledge. That knowledge is not for you, swine. It's not. I'm not casting any pearls before you. So you can stay in the 80 books and still be dumb. That's up to you. I just enjoy exposing the hypocrisy of your ilk. If that's what you believe you're doing, then keep doing it. If that's what you think. And then I just said, I'll enjoy when you realize that your forefathers have inherited lies. Shalom. Now, you know what's funny? Because he didn't actually type this as a response. I'm going to show you what his real response was. This was his real response. Now, let's see who this person actually is, because he lets us know. Thank you, Heavenly Father, Anoka said, for allowing me to expose this chump. My forefathers definitely were lied to by Judo Christianity. Now he's about to give us a history lesson. Uh, let's go, Mr. Hijack History. You see, in 70 AD, Rome, my ancestors, whoa, my ancestors. So now we're getting into the crux of things. Your ancestors are Romans, or Idumeans, or Edomites, or cavemen. Now it makes sense. Now it all makes sense. So let's skip ahead and let's go. Oh, what do the so-called Jews think that you are, Mr. Ancestry Mr. What is it called? Progen No, not a progenitor. But you're a descendant of Rome, of the Romans. They believe you're one and the same. This is what they think. They think the Romans are the Edomites. That's what the Jews think. The so-called Jews, right? So that's what they think you are. I'm just putting that out there. And you are. In fact, you both are. Don't get me wrong, you both are. So, and you're going to see why that is the truth. Why they both are. Because you're going to see how he speaks about them and how he speaks about us, or at least me, right? Came into conflict with Jews and sacked Jerusalem and destroyed the second temple. Jews wanted revenge, but they knew they could never defeat the mighty Romans in combat. The mighty Romans. The mighty Romans. Look at the bottom where it says evolution underneath the pictures. Evolution, according to some, only applied to the creation of white people. This is explained by the fact that they still grow tails. A historic figure even reported that 40% of ancient Rome's population had tails. Keep in mind that it was a mixed race civilization. So even though Rome had other nations in it, to water down your animalistic features, 40% still had tails. Wow. Who's the subhuman here? Okay, Edom. Whatever you say, buddy. Hope you've been working out. Jews wanted revenge, but they knew they could never defeat the mighty Romans in open combat. Bro, I have to read that again because I'm befuddled at that notion. So you think the Most High would not give his people the most physically dominant exterior? He would not allow them to fight back. You don't understand anything about so-called the history of the Israelites. You don't understand anything about them. Everyone was afraid of the Israelites. They're literally the most physically imposing, mentally imposing people on the earth. Physically imposing people on the earth. You understand nothing. Nothing. You don't even understand where Jerusalem is, fool. I can step foot on this land and remember the pains and agonies of my ancestors along with their greatness. I can remember families that I never had. You have to go to the caves in Mount Seir to remember those things and how you guys are sleeping with dogs. And then you can think you can come on my channel with this fake Christianity. Let's read down. Listen, I'm having a lot of fun with this video. Let's just keep reading down and find out how he really feels. Because this is how these people are. This is why I don't trust a single one of you heathens. I don't trust you guys. Because your true colors always come out. Always. But Jews knew one thing the Romans didn't know. They knew that religion could be used as an offensive weapon, propaganda. So they created this poisonous brew called Christianity that has such suicidal tenets as love your enemy and turn the other cheek and take no thrift for tomorrow. You're an idiot. You don't understand the concept because you're not spiritual. But it's not for you. It's just not for you. I'm not going to explain a damn thing to you. So if you don't benefit from it, don't do it. It's that simple. All right? Don't build a business or a family. Don't gather wealth. Just be a complete chump. The exact opposite of what Judaism teaches Jews. Yeah, that is what Judaism teaches Jews, because Judaism is for the Edomite converts, and Jews are Edomite converts, your brothers. It seems like you hold Judaism and Jews in such a high regard. That's what it really sounds like. They don't really. He doesn't really sound like he hates Jews, does it? No, it doesn't really sound like that. It sounds like he actually respects them in some sort of way. That doesn't sound like Esau to me. Unfortunately, the Romans drank the poison and died from it, and the civilized world was plunged into the Dark Ages for the next 1,000 years. Yeah, the Dark Ages, where we actually civilized Europe. And it wasn't nasty when you people were running Europe, when you guys were shitting in the corner, and that was just it. You had palaces, and people were just disgusting. They did not bathe. And when you came to the Americas, we had to teach you how to brush your damn teeth and how to farm, because you guys are the beast of the field. And you have stolen everything that the actual Israelites have done and made it your own, which is prophecy. That's fine. We weren't doing what we were supposed to do. So the Most High sent you people, the base of people, to rule over us. Why did Jews never attack sub-Saharan Africa with this kind of mind virus? I don't know what WMD means. Because there was nothing to attack. You're such an idiot, bro. You never even looked up sub-Saharan Africa. And that's not even, bro, I never even said I was from sub-Saharan Africa. Most of us aren't from sub-Saharan Africa. Not originally, at least. That's just a base. That's just one of the lands. The real Jews had lands all over the world. And there was a mainland. And it's not in the Middle East. Because there was nothing to attack. You were never a threat to the new world. The new world order, the way... Sorry, I was looking at something else. You were never a threat to the new Jew world order the way Occidental society was. While we were building soaring cathedrals, castles, ships that we used to explore different continents, science, art, philosophy. Oh man, this is so cringy, bro. This is so cringy. This is so cringy, bro. You really think that you really made all this stuff? Your forefathers truly have inherited lies, man. You didn't make a damn thing. This is not an argument, bro. It's crazy. You guys really think you made this stuff. You guys can't even create today. And you think you made anything? Your people can't even stay in the sun. And you think you were this soaring, thriving people? You people can't even reproduce. What are you talking about? Your genes are literally deficient. And the only thing you can hang on is IQ, because this world, this society is literally made against the actual Israelites. But again, this is not an argument. I don't argue with anyone, especially not Edomites, not proud, cocky Edomites like you. You were living in mud huts without a written language. Oh, wow. Yeah, but you're worried about me being racist? You're worried about me? Me? Us? You're worried about us not being racist, right? There's nothing, listen, you can say whatever you want. The fact that I know what I know and we know what we know about you, I can't fight back. I really do feel like I'm beating up on a retarded, delusional child, because that's what you guys are. It is what it is. You can believe your lies until the end. is no skin off my back. What will be done is what will be done. You are not a Jew. Biological Jews have an IQ in the 120s and 130s. Blacks are in the 80s on average. Stop pretending to be a Jew. Okay, and that's what I meant. That was his real response. And then he said, "This is what's known as moving the goalposts. You, sir, are a hypocrite." I guess he realized how hateful what he said was. No, don't worry, Edom. Your true colors came out. I saw. I'm not mad though. And he just starts. Now he wants to bring up the Old Testament. Oh, now the Old Testament is good. Well, good. That's great because now I'm gonna bring up the Old Testament. Then I will remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham. I will, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land. Okay, so wherever the land is, is where Abraham's land is. So that's all I'm saying. Pay attention to that land. Make sure that you're looking at the so-called Middle East, right? But he's supposed to remember his covenant. So you saying that people are pretending to be Jews, you don't understand the scriptures, you're not supposed to. You're an Edomite. You're a Roman. You're a caveman on all fours. Nevertheless, I will remember my covenant with thee in the days of thy youth, and I will establish unto thee an everlasting covenant. This is yet to come. Then said the Most High, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured or numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. So you literally saying that we're not Jews, I'm not a Jew, that's prophecy. Enjoy, buddy. Enjoy, Esau. And I will sow her unto me in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that had not obtained mercy. And I will say to them which are not my people, thou art my people, and they shall say, thou art my God. So when is this stuff supposed to happen? Oh, I'm sorry, you don't believe in the Old Testament. No, you can't say that. Because you quoted the Old Testament. So now I'm going to quote the Old Testament, okay? And this shall, oh, and this is your New Testament, right? That's your New Testament. You said, why do I believe in the scumbags of the Old Testament? But then you crap on the New Testament, and then you quote the Old Testament. You're all over the place. Just accept it, caveman. You have no history. You are not a people. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living power. And the last one, and the heathen, you shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity. Oh, the transatlantic slave trade, right? According to you, because again, that's fully hijacked. People were sent to sub-Saharan Africa more than they were sent from. But we were in mud huts, right? The kingdom of Mali, right? That never happened, right? Negro land never happened. None of it happened. Not according to you. Because they trespassed against me. Therefore I hid my face from them and gave them unto the hand of their enemies. You, so fell they all by the sword. Oh, I thought we were just so inferior. I have a 80 IQ score, right? Listen, you're gonna have to answer for everything you just typed, and I'm putting you on the utmost blast right now. According to their uncleanness, and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. So the Most High literally is not working with us, or wasn't working with us. So if we seem like we're cursed and we're just a degenerate people and we're dumb and we're stupid and we come from mud huts, probably a reason why. And why does a people like you, who has horrible skin, who can't stay in the sun, a bunch of people who copy other people, who don't have a culture, why are you people on top? It's because it was to make us jealous. And it's a little more than that. It's because you guys are the vessels of Satan. Edom is Satan's number one vessel. So you are a tool for Satan. And I'm not going to block you quite yet. I'm going to let you have your closing statements, and then I will hide you from the channel, and then I'll know when you come back, because the Kahi will tell me when you come back. But I'll let you have your closing statements, and you know, I'll pin your comment, and then it will be done with. So, therefore, thus saith the Most High, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. After that they have borne their shame and all their trespasses, whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid, when I have brought them again from the people, and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations. Then shall they know that I am their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen, but I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Most High Power. So, this is all going to happen. We're going to get gathered, and then you are going to fight yourselves, and you're going to continue to be wicked among yourselves. You see, you're so proud of the Romans. That's because the Romans were a bunch of homosexuals doing their Saturnalia, having a bunch of anal and oral sex with men on men. That's what you guys are into. The sodomite, red-headed, flesh-eating giants of Peru. You guys are the same people. So I'm not worried about heathens. But let's look. Let's look at your forefathers. We're talking about we're just from mud huts. Where are you from? This is who you guys are from. These are your forefathers. Take a good look at daddy and mommy. Take a good look. These are your forefathers. You are an animal. You are a satyr. You are a caveman. Do you not understand? You're a Nephilim. This is who you are. Your mother had sex with an animal and made you. You don't have a soul. And if you do have a soul, your soul is going to be toiling in the sun. It's that simple. Judgment will be made. Hey, this is the image of God, right? Doesn't this look like that image of God that they put? This looks like a savage. This doesn't look like God. Who the hell is this? This is your God. That's what it, now it makes sense. That God, that white God, is actually your God. The bald head and the long white beard, and he's naked, has his whole dick out. That's your God. Shalom.